Good morning. Welcome to Executing My Exes Ministries Freedom Fridays with your host, which is myself, Ashley D. Listen, y'all, we made it to Friday, and if you're anything like me, you are excited. It's been a very long week, so I'm looking forward to my weekend. So listen, while I have your attention for a brief moment, I just want to give you a few words of encouragement. As you all know, we're in the month of August, and our theme is unified and undefeated. And so when I think about unified, let's just focus on that for a brief moment. I think about the power of unity. Now, first of all, if I could be 100% transparent, unity, fellowship, togetherness has not always been my forte. For a lot of years, I was a loner. I was always that person where I felt like I could only depend on me. I couldn't depend on anybody else. I would be in my own little bubble. I'd be to myself. But as I began to grow in God, as I began to grow in His Word and in Him, I realized how important it is to have fellowship, how important it is to have unity. And I am blessed to say that over the years, especially through, since the pandemic, I was able to come in contact with some like-minded people who enjoy ministry that are around my age. And it was at that point that I realized how important unity is, how important it is to come together and to do ministry and to do the will of God and to have people to hold you accountable during this Christian journey. Because, we can be honest, it's very hard. It's very hard to stay focused. It's very hard to stay straight. It's very hard to do the will of God and, just to keep going and pushing forward in your life. So I want to just encourage you to connect with people who are like-minded, who are going towards the same goals and aspirations you have, that's going to be supportive, that's going to love you through it, that's going to push you forward, that's not going to be jealous of you. Listen, that's not going to be jealous of you, that's not going to stifle you, that's not going to hinder you from your destiny. And it all comes from the power of unity, the power of becoming one in Him, the power of fellowship, the power of just togetherness. And so today, on this beautiful Friday, I want to encourage you to connect with those who have the same interest, the same mindset, the same heart, that's all about unity and togetherness in this season, because we need it. One of the things that I learned about walking along this Christian journey is, even though you can get a lot accomplished by yourself, when it comes down to fighting the devil, you gotta have some warriors. You got to have some people that don't mind praying, that don't mind going to war with you. Sometimes, Alexis K is probably my longest friendship I've ever had. We've been friends since high school. And, we've been through a lot growing, just growing as young adults, to be grown and adult when we are now. She's a mother and a wife. I'm still try to get there, but our friendship for the longest time, because we were both loners, we were like, we don't need nobody else, it's just our bubble, it's just us. But as we have begun to grow in ministry, we learned that fellowship is important. And so it's not just me and her anymore, but we have been able to connect to other women, to other people who really understand the will of God, who really understand ministry. And it allows us, when we go through tough times, it allows us to lean on each other and say, listen, I got you, girl. Listen, I got you, dude. We gonna make it. We gonna pray about it. There's been so many times where we have been through together, just as women, and we had to say, listen, we got to turn our plate down. We would get up as early as 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and just pray and meditate, do devotionals together, and, just fast. And sometimes you just got to do that. But sometimes it just become a little bit more easier and a little bit more better when you can connect with people who are on that same pathway. So today, if you don't hear anything else, I want you to know that there is power in unity. There, us becoming one, not just one as just two individuals coming together, but just one in Him. So today, on this beautiful Friday, I want to encourage you to connect with like-minded people. For when you can connect with like-minded people that don't mind praying, don't mind fasting, don't mind going to war, and don't mind pushing you to do the will of God, I promise you, you can overcome any of the tactics that the adversary tries to throw in your way. So today, I encourage you to connect. If you got some people, that means sometimes you can't take everybody with you. Sometimes, we want to take everybody that we've been connected to on this journey, but sometimes you just gotta pray to the Lord and say, Lord, I need you to be very clear on who I need in my life in this season that's going to push me forward, and embrace it. And if you don't have anybody right now, seek God about it. Like, seriously, seek him about it and say, God, I need you to reveal to me who I need to be connected to in this season in order to stay focused, in order to do what you have assigned to my life in this season. I need people that's not going to be jealous of me. I need people that's going to be supportive of me. I need people that's going to pray for me just like I'm going to do for them. So today, again, there is power in unity. There is power in togetherness. There is power in coming together as one. We are one. And when we can come together as one, we can defeat the enemy and all of his tactics that he tries to throw at us. So I hope something was said to encourage you on this beautiful Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in and to Executing My Exodus Ministries Freedom Fridays with your host, which is myself, Ashley D. I love you with the love of Christ, and I want you to connect with like-minded people so we can be unified and undefeated. God bless you.